Yeah, that new like thruster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was okay. Just not really angry, not really too laugh. It didn't make me laugh too much, but
well,
it was okay.
after we went to the press screening, I actually went to opening night. That scene in particular got a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. It was really funny. But I do understand that's a particular style of joke that we have. It's a modern style of joke that we haven't seen in a galaxy far, far away. And that would make sense why it didn't land very well with some audience members, and that's fine. But it was the fact that the Hux's, I guess, Lieutenant General or Lieutenant Colonel was like, he's tooling with you, so it was just part like blast that ship out of this. It was great, and right then and there we get Poe taking out those dreadnought turrets. That was cool seeing you see those explosions. And I don't know, that whole scene up until right before the bombers get there was almost like being on the edge of your seat. Like they will eventually shoot him down. Like there's the odds are stacked against this guy, as far as firepower goes. And then we have the Resistance bombers show up.
See, that to me was the most edge of your seat sequence of the movie for me.
Yeah, right.
Because,
you were kind of like go Poe, and then you're like oh god, oh god, oh god.
But like they're actually being blown up left and right. I mean, and then it's down to one bomber.
Of course it is.
And, of course.
That's called the plot ship.
Yeah, and I love the design of the bomber. They got that, is it the B-17 turret gun on the bottom of it, and of course that darn remote is stuck at the top, and you gotta gotta get it when you almost miss it, and then the edge of my seat, you gotta blow it up. And
no, that's totally that.
That was good.
That was Paige Tico. That was the sister, right?
Yes,
so,
Rose's sister.
Rose's sister, yeah. So. Yeah, that whole scene, and you have those awesome-looking bombers that they didn't use the B-wings, they didn't use the Y-wings, they used this new style of bombers that we've never seen before, and so
people... They had A-wings, though, too.
They had A-wings, but they're not bombers, those are fighters.
Okay,
yeah. So, you have these new bombers that are dropping a shitload of bombs, of course, again, like you said, most of them go out, and of course you have the one left, that's the plot ship.
Yep.
But yeah, that whole scene and sequence, you're sitting there on your, like, the Resistance is getting annihilated, and it's all Poe's fault.
Yeah.
Leia's like, get the F out. He's like, F you, I'm doing this.
If I do have a gripe, just all in good humor, I think Poe should have been demoted twice in this movie.
Yeah, but like, at a certain point, when you're out of officers, what are you gonna do? But we'll get that to a little bit later. But yeah, so you have Poe saying F you, continues the attack, loses every bomber, a bunch of X-wings, a few A-wings. And then all of a sudden we have that one bomber left hitting that sweet spot, blows up the dreadnought, but loses his entire bomber fleet doing it.
And cost the life of poor Captain Kennedy.
And yeah, Captain Kennedy's gone, and well, he was a cool character that I'm sure he'll be in a book at some point in time. Exactly. We salute you, Captain Kennedy. I bet you wore one of these hats back in the day. But jumping right back into it, we've got, of course, he gets back into the Resistance, the Raddus, and they jump to light speed, and he quickly gets demoted.
Yep. Boom,
slap in the face. You are now demoted. Yeah. Great scene. I love it. But then let's jump back to the Imperial side for a minute. We've got it's orderly. No, it's not Imperial. I'm sorry. It's the First Order. We'll jump over to General Hux.
Yeah.
As soon as that ship goes to light speed, and boom, we get hit. We get hit with Snoke's face.
Yeah. Hat tip to Donald Gleason for that just ultimate look of dejection.
He's like,
when they escape.
Damn.
By the way, your boss is calling.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that was funny. What I really loved about that whole scene, especially the after sequence, when Poe getting demoted, that was kind of, I'm glad they covered that militarily, but really I really liked that whole Snoke scene, because it kind of gave you an idea of how he can just, he didn't have to like, appear in a hologram, he could just appear. And what that to me was like, I caught on to that right away going, oh, he is more powerful than pretty much anything we've seen thus far in the Star Wars galaxy. He can project himself as a hologram, as we saw in Starkiller Base, but we didn't know if there was a holo projector there or not. Apparently they don't need one, unless there was one on the deck of the Star Destroyer, but we don't know, we didn't see it. So.
Can force bash you.
Yeah, he can force bash you from wherever the hell he was.
Which is good foreshadowing for what he does later.
Exactly, yeah. So, I thought that was fantastic. That was great foreshadowing. Didn't think of that until you just pointed that out. Yeah, see?
It's like,
so it's a different point of view.
He can do things from across the galaxy. I wonder if he'll put that to use later.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or I wonder if we'll see that again later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we jump back into the Resistance side, and everyone, they jump to light speed, and they think they're safe, but not.
Nope.
As we discovered that they can now track through hyperspace. So it used to be you could jump through hyperspace, boom, you're gone, you're out of harm's way. Not so much anymore. They got, what do they got? They got,
they're being pursued.
They're being pursued, yeah.
Snoke ships,
Snoke ships shows up, and it's gigantic.
Ship.
It's like massive.
Big one?
It's like, yeah, it's bigger than any Superstar Destroyer we've ever seen.
And then I can see Kylo Ren smashes his mask, gets chewed out by Snoke, and then they show up, and then go after them with the fighters.
Yep.
And Kylo takes out the TIE fighter.
So he gets in this TIE fighter. Was TIE Striker, I think is what it's called.
I personally have always called Kylo Ren's ship Emo 1.
That I like that. It's the Emo 1. Kind of like Echo 1 from Ghostbusters, but it's Emo 1. So he jumps in the ship. He does. Well, I love the parallels between that battle and the battle of Anakin when he was in the Naboo Starfighter and the Phantom Menace, because he does a lot of the same maneuvers.
I know spinning,
firing through.
Flies on the ship.
Yeah, he fires through. While he's in the ship, he fires through the ship to hit a thing, and then it explodes. It's exactly what happens in The Last Jedi as well. When Kylo spins, it goes doo-doo-doo-doo. It's like the same sound effect they used, which is great. He blows up the ship. He blows up that part, kind of like knocking Poe and BB-8 across the room, which was I love that. I love that sound when BB-8 hits things. It sounds like it's a metallic basketball.
Yeah,
love it.
Probably again, not big on The Force Awakens, but one of the best lines from that movie to me was Han Solo just walking past BB-8 going, "Move, ball."
Yeah, best thing ever. The fact that they used like a ball noise for BB-8 bouncing.
But now I'm wondering if in the novelization, if we're going to have some internal monologue from Kylo Ren where he talks about modeling this after his grandfather's maneuver in the Battle of Naboo, and
they call it the Vader.
Or if there'll be some thought bubble in the comic or novelization where he says, "No, this is pod racing."
I hope not. I seriously hope not. That'd just kill. I'd put the book down and go, I'm done. I'm not going to read anymore. Then we
burn that book.
Yeah, we would.
Gonna pull a Yoda.
Yeah. Oh, where are we? We'll jump right back into the fight. We have Kylo buzzing the bridge of the Star Destroyer. Doesn't fire on his mom, but his two wingmates, fire on it, blow up the bridge, the main bridge. Out goes Carrie Fisher or Princess Leia, General Leia.
Out goes all the oxygen in the room too.
Yeah, and out goes Akbar.
Like in the theater, it's like.
Yeah, it's exactly what happened in the theater. Then out goes Akbar. He's gone.
Off camera. Dead.
Gone.
Yeah. More people
who did he piss off?
Yeah. Right.
All the leadership's basically gone from the Resistance. Everyone who can fly that Resistance fighter or frigate or what do they call it, capital ship is gone. Then we get what I call Carrie Poppins, y'all.
Carrie?
It's from Guardians of the Galaxy. Volume 2.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
But Carrie? I guess.
Carrie Poppins? Mary Poppins?
I just got that.
There you go.
Okay.
Carrie Poppins, y'all. Anyway, so you see Leia fly through space. Everyone's freaking out about this scene, but we'll get into that later. We're just kind of doing a quick review. And then we'll maybe do a quick one after this, kind of discussing the spoilery fan outcries.
We're getting to part 1 and a part 2.
Yeah. We're getting a little short on time, which is fine. We got like 12 minutes.
Yeah. Cool.
So we get that. She goes out into space. Poof, and she comes back. Awesome. She's not dead. That would have been a great way to have her go out if you edit it correctly. But I guess she was in so many other scenes that were critical that you're like, we can't. We don't want to reshoot those.
And I don't mind it. Was it weird because the vacuum of space should kill you? Yeah.
It doesn't.
Is it the first?
After
it will eventually.
After 15, 20 seconds, it can.
Oh, no. Of course, I'm just going off of.
We'll get back. We'll get into that later.
Yeah. But it does make sense at some point that Leia, who's always been force sensitive, wouldn't have practiced some
she might
force moves of some kind.
She
Not to
might.
mention that a friend of mine pointed out that it's zero gravity in space, so she's not so much force flying as she's probably just force pulling.
And she weighs light.
Ship.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she's lighter than the
Exactly.
ship.
She's lighter than.
Well, everything's weightless.
Yeah, she's weightless right
she doesn't
now.
Have as much, she doesn't have as much mass, so she's.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like tethering yourself to the ship and just pulling yourself, and again with the weightlessness, not very much effort, back to the ship.
Right. Yeah. And that makes total sense. I didn't have a problem with the scene at all. I thought it was. I thought it fit right in that corniness of that is some of the Star Wars scenes that we've seen in the past. I'm not including prequels because a lot of that was just nonsense. But a lot of like the craziness that is Star Wars, like who the hell shoots lightning out of their hand? That's the first time. Well, upside is we have more time.
Okay.
Okay.
Like an hour or is there a half hour?
Another half hour.
Oh, half hour. Okay, cool.
Clear start. And record. Oh, there is it. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. Alright. So getting back into it, we left off at
Carrie Poppins.
Carrie Poppins, that's right. Carrie Poppins, y'all. But yeah, I think you're right, using the Force kind of pulling herself more than flying.
That's how I interpret it. Yeah, she's weightless and it's just force pulling herself. Grabbing at the ship using the force.
Yeah, that
pretty
makes
basic
sense.
maneuver.
Yeah,
not too complicated.
I think that helps people. I like to think that maybe she is super powerful. She can actually move in space. I don't know. It kind of gives me a reference to a book, The Legends of Luke Skywalker, because a lot of the legends where he could bounce from ship. He could like jump and fly to ship and destroy them.
Oh,
Cool. I think that was a reference to that, very vaguely, and how powerful she could be. Who knows?
It's not like the kind of legend that Luke would resent.
Yeah, exactly.
Luke Skywalker is the legend.
Yeah, well, there's a book called The Legends of Luke Skywalker, and there's a story about how the Imperials thought over the Battle of Jakku he was jumping from Star Destroyer to Star Destroyer, destroying each Star Destroyer by himself. So, I think that might have been a sort of like a loose callback to that, but we'll see. And then of course we get into the biggest plot of the whole movie. After all that, we learn that they have a fuel issue.
The Great Chase.
Yeah, we have a fuel issue and the Great Chase in space. Yeah, that sounds funny.
Probably the part that requires some suspension of disbelief because why can't they just warp in some ships in front of them?
See, I have a theory about that. I'm thinking that's the last of the Star Destroyers. Like that I think they brought their whole fleet to take out the Resistance. And who knows what was on Starkiller Base parked there? We don't know.
Yeah.
That might have been all of their Star Destroyers, and so maybe they didn't want to loop like 3 of them around hyperspace to get them in front of them to cut them off. That's a lot of fuel jumping.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe they have fuel shortages of their own. Yeah. Who knows?
That ties into one complaint I have about this movie. Of course, it came about from Force Awakens. So this is a chance for me to just dump on Force Awakens again. The dynamic I think could have been a little different in these new movies, because Sarah Twill about the prequels, I got a sense that there actually was some real scope to the galactic civil war that they presented to the Clone Wars. With this one, it almost makes the original trilogy feel a tad bit hollow, because they're back to the same dynamic where here's the First Order, here are the Imperials, and here's a scrappy bunch of Resistance rebels to take them on. I do wish that they'd again done some political stuff in Force Awakens and explain maybe why the New Republic didn't have a standing army, because they wanted to avoid the precedent of the Emperor taking over.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, but I'd have to voice that minor gripe, just because, show me some more scope. Hopefully in the next movie they get a bigger